Prime Wars are the hot topic right now, with the opportunity to amass a fair amount of Starcrom for the first completions. But there's some tips and tricks to be aware of when participating. Namely, the most egregious is the Molotov cocktail. Right now, throwing one of these during a Prime War makes it unplayable. It's a bug that will hopefully get fixed soon. Now, Prime Wars are instanced, phased world bosses that up to 40 metas can participate in taking on. Completing each one the first time will award Starcrom, and achieving each of the 3 tiers of score will award you a loot crate that contains several items, from gunpowder to legendary weapon mods. Just remember to always open with the controller if you want the best possible rewards. To reach the scoring tiers, you need to do enough of the following once the timer begins: doing damage to the silver plaque of the boss, doing damage to the boss, constructing defenses against the damage from the boss, healing and reviving other players, killing normal and elite enemies, and there's also a completion speed bonus. The scoring is also how you get granted access to the next difficulty level of Prime War, as you need to have completed the lower difficulty with a Tier 3 score, granting you the Frontier Pass. When you pass through the shimmering barrier, track down this silvery puddle. This is where the boss will spawn, and it will go from this location to the Staroid Restrainer in an attempt to destroy it. Your job is to stop it from doing so. As the bosses spawn with a silver plaque that reduces weapon damage by 95%, you first need to destroy that plaque using heavy weapons like grenade launchers, rocket launchers, or, the best way, with a gatling cannon and biomass missiles from the synthesis bench. Now, biomass missiles are rather expensive and heavy, so if you've got a friend who has the mimetic specialization to make them 80% lighter and craft double, have them make you up a crate. I always take at least 40 missiles with me to a Prime War. There's also the mimetic specialization for red plasma rounds, a much more powerful and way more expensive version of the biomass missiles. When you're sat in the gatling turret, left click fires biomass missiles and right click fires the red plasma rounds. A top tip for taking materials with you to a Prime War is to build them at your base and then demolish them. This will let you build them from your base storage, but then put the materials in your inventory when demolishing. Get yourself set up in an optimal position for unleashing hell on the boss, erect any defenses that you think it might be needed, and then activate the Staroid Restrainer. It's normally a good idea to advertise in World Chat that you're about to start a Prime War, and if you're on EU PvE 14, there's always plenty of people willing, and my cache of featherweight biomass missiles to assist. As soon as your gatling turret reticle turns red, start firing. The quicker you can burn the boss down, the easier it will be, as they will phase with their each individual mechanic. From a giant missile you need to shoot out of the sky, to making mirrors of themselves that will fail the war if you do too much damage to the wrong one, to the Shadowhound being a DPS race after it does a belly flop onto the Restrainer. If you've managed to achieve the scores needed to get all 3 boxes, congratulations! You can now go on to the harder Prime Wars. Have yourself a cocktail. As long as it's not a Molotov, we've been over this. So until the next one, my fellow Mayflies, beware the Molotov throwing randomers who join the Prime War when you're halfway through it. And the fridges, obviously.